Testing's expensive. It takes a long time usually.
Okay.
It's super important. So you get this thing about it's costly and time consuming, and a lot of people don't like doing it.
Okay.
So if you automate it, you can do it at night. You can let the computer do it. It makes things go faster, and it usually reduces your development cycle time, and it reduces your costs. And ultimately, the reason you're testing is you want things to be higher quality. So you end up with better quality, faster, cheaper, maybe. So that's the hope. So when you automate, that's really what you're looking for. Agile has some neat aspects to it where you get to work as a team very tightly. So your test people are working with the developers very closely. And that brings certain benefits to the table where your developers know the burden placing on the testers if they write a certain way. For instance, if they make a user interface that has lots of good IDs in it that are easy for the tester to be able to do automated work on, they'll quickly learn together how to work symbiotically, right? Where the developer knows what the testing needs, and the testers know how to feed back information back to the developers to know how to get this relationship to work better. Agile's really good with that. Many different ways to do automated testing. It really depends on the house and whether your web page, like a web application, versus a real device that goes on a factory floor. These would be totally different kinds of testing. You can imagine the factory floor tests would be equipment. You actually want to test in place if you can. Whereas a web page, you can just do it in the cloud, and you can even do it headless and actually, make the browser where it has no screen and it's running through in memory all of the things it's going to do, and then your tests just check for the right buttons in the right places and the right colors and the right everything. Right? The old way we used to test was manual. So overnight I would have to go do tests, and the lead tester would give me a script, a test procedure that they generated from their test plan, and we would go through it by hand and click on things and make sure everything worked, right? And that was the old way of doing it. We didn't have automated test at all. So today you can take all that and automate it. So the Google search page.
Okay.
You say google.com, you get a search page.
Yep.
If you wanted to be testing it, if you're Google, and maybe they have this test, I don't know, maybe it's too simple, but they want to know branding, they want to know how does the image look, how does it resize, how responsive is it going to be to changes, what does it look like on different devices. So you can automate a test where the test would say, go to the page, look for the search bar, look that it has these properties, make sure the Google logo is all on the screen, make sure it's not too big and off the screen. So ideally the product has a set of specifications, and you're trying to make sure the specifications are met given all of the boundary conditions you're interested in, right? You don't want to test too much because it's just expense, but you don't want to test too little and all of a sudden have conditions that you never tested and have the customer find it instead of you. I use software all the time. We all do. And it drives me crazy when it doesn't work well. That's really it. I expect when I buy something that it's going to work well. I don't like my car breaking down on me.
No.
Right. So this is it. It's really, all our lives are better when our products are better. It really steps up the testing game and lets your products get higher quality with lower cost and a faster development cycle. If you do it right, all those things happen.